Crazytown, the Congenital Optimist is spreading the faith. Check this out. It's what we wait.
I've only been president about a year and a half, but every time I walk in the room, everybody stands up. I think there may be a fire or something. Press, that was a joke. We believe in the incredible economic potential of the Americas. I know I do. We all do. I mean, I just think the potential is unlimited. Everybody, the press always asks me, why am I so optimistic with the way things are? You know, my wife often reminds me that I had a doctor who a long time ago who was saying when I had an aneurysm, he kept saying, is it congenital or is it environmental?
What he's talking
and
about?
I said, I don't care. You just get it done. He said, you know what your problem is, Senator? I said, no. He said, you're a congenital optimist. And for all of you are essential to making sure we get to this place we have to get to. It's time to put a nail in the coffin, in my view, of trickle-down economics. It doesn't work.
What are you
it keeps in an increasingly smaller and smaller world. It doesn't work. That's why I'm focused on driving economic policies that grow our economy from the bottom up and the middle out. Because quite frankly, when that works, everybody does well. And the wealthy do very, very well. No one gets hurt. No one gets hurt. COVID-19 pandemic triggered a global economic crisis that we're still digging out of. And now Putin's brutal, unprovoked war in Ukraine has created economic disruptions that are affecting the entire globe. And that's not hyperbole. And the question is not if we face another pandemic, it's when we face it, and are we going to be prepared this time? So the economy of the future will increasingly belong to those who place a premium on resilience and reliability, who invest in innovation over the long term and strengthen systems and supply chains now. The United States is prepared to put new capital in the Inter-American Development Bank's private sector lending arm, the IDB Invest, to help catalyze the flow of private capital into the region, especially to support startups, digital connectivity, and renewable energy and health. On managing safe and orderly migration as a shared responsibility to innovative and coordinated action to enforce our borders and stabilize migrant populations while seizing a shared opportunity for economic growth. We stand at an inflection point. I know you're tired of hearing me say this when I was running, and I continue to say it every day. We're at an inflection point. More is going to change in the next 10 years than has changed in the last 30 years in the world. So I want to thank you all, and I look forward to working with you. And every time I'd walk out of my grandpa Finnegan's house, he'd say, Joey, keep the faith. And my grandmother would, no, Joey, spread it.
What the hell was that?
What?
Wow. I look forward to working with you, and
my grandpa Finnegan.
Spread it.
Spread it, kid. What?
What? Pop, you're scaring me, Pop.
Again.
Holy cow, man!
You know,
most votes ever.
You know what's funny is that we listen to this blithering idiot talk, and you see him stutter and get stuck. He can't like enunciate things. It just makes me think of cut number 5. CNN actually did a report on this. Gee, go.
So new reporting on messaging struggles within the White House. CNN's Isaac Devere reports, quote, being familiar never makes the feeling less dreadful. White House aides emailing each other during one of President Joe Biden's stops on the road, tracking who's covering what he's saying and which TV channels are taking the speech live, and realizing a number of times that the answer was none. You are thinking, said one person familiar, why are we doing this?
You know, you see, there is a massive exodus in his staff. The morale amongst his staff is, just completely demoralized, their press staff, because they can't stand the propaganda, the lies, the gaffes, the BS, the talking points. It's pretty interesting to see how many people have just, run for the hills.
Yeah. They're leaving in droves, and, they're asking us very, very pointed questions. about the effectiveness and the point of what he's talking about because they don't understand it. And again, like Paul says, it's causing people to just say, look, you know what? I got it on my resume. I worked at the White House. Let me find something else. That's basically where they're at. They're like, let me find something else because this guy is killing us. Let's go to cut number 6 here because the Crazy Town was based on this America Summit. Check this out.
Give us a sense, if you will, about like sort of the larger message that this is sending from Mexico City, from these other leaders, as to what they think right now of the United States' influence in the region.
So to step back for a second, the Summit of America has been held since 1994, and the goal was kind of knit together the region, have more free trade, more partnerships, and what you're kind of seeing now is sort of a fracturing, I guess I would say. You're seeing China's growing influence in the region. You're seeing the U.S. struggling to just get leaders to show up for an event.
What a surprise. Nobody shows up to Joe's party. Why? Because Joe's not really liked all that much or respected.
Yeah, or trusted.
Yeah. It's amazing. You can't get people to show up to. You're the president of the United States. Here, I'm putting on this summit. Come to L.A., Hollywood. We'll roll out the red carpet. You see movie stars and swimming pools. It'll be wonderful. You'll have a great time. And they don't want to come.